Hello, lettering friend. I am feeling stressed. There's always a lot going on, right? So to cope, let's make a colorful hand lettering page. And I am filling the very last page of my journal today. I started this journal in January, and the goal was to finish by July. And by February, I was almost halfway done. So I thought, oh, easy peasy. But then life happened, things got crazy, and now here we are. It's July 29th today, so I'm barely gonna make it. Sometimes when life is stressful, we just don't have time to letter. Sometimes it's like a little pencil sketch. And you know what? I've learned that's okay. But sometimes we need it because life is crazy. And so we need these beautiful colors and fun and getting in that creative zone. So one of my favorite parts about having a hand lettering journal is looking through and getting inspired by myself. Like, how cool is that? My own creativity is inspiring me. So today, while my mind feels kind of cloudy because I'm stressed about things, I don't have an idea of what to do. So I am going to go back and recreate this one. But instead of using brush pens, this one I did with Dom's brush pens, and you can get a different look with water-based brush pens. I'm going to use acrylic markers. These ones are Ohuhu, and they sent me these to try out, and I'm working on it. There's a lot of markers in this set, so it's taking me a little while to make this video, but I promise it is coming, a full review. You don't have to use this specific brand. You can use any acrylic markers if you want to follow along with me. So my idea to make it different from this, I want the colors to stand out more. So I'm going to use black for some of the squares. All right, so first I'm gonna put these strings to be a bookmark here and kind of get them out of our way. And we're going to start with the top color and see how these stripes go across, and they are all different sizes, lengths. So on this whole spread, I have a dot grid on this side and no dot grid on that side because it is the last page. You know, here's my little pocket right there. So this is my Archer and Olive journal, by the way. So we'll see if I can keep the stripes straight on this side. A dot grid is really helpful for straight lines. So I have my first color here. I'm gonna shake it up, and then just starting on the top, it's gonna start making these lines. It's kind of hard to do over the crease, but I'll just fill that in right there. And I am just staggering my colors, so I don't want the white in between to be on top of each other. And right now I'm not really thinking about my words, but I do know that I'm going to need some of these to be longer so that I can fit a word in it. And I'm going to stack them, so every once in a while I need a longer line. But I kind of like that this one doesn't require that much planning, because I just kind of want to see what it's going to end up being. And I'm just basically using the width of my brush tip. You could try to make it thicker, but I'm okay with this. You want it to be thick enough that you can write a word in it. And then I completed my rainbow, so I'm just gonna keep going all the way down, starting again. Hey, this is future Sarah editing here, and looking at this page right now, I love it so much. It's so cute. Just wait and see what's coming before you keep following me along, okay? Okay, so now I have my background to work with, and I'm gonna choose which lines that I will letter in. I'm going to use this one. Keep creating through the chaos. Okay, let's try that. I'm using a black fine liner. This one is a 1.2 size. I like a little bit bigger. I'm just doing monoline lettering, meaning the whole letter is the same width. So this is really great to do with the fine liner. You don't even have to have a brush pen. And if you only have 2 lettering styles in your belt, these are the 2. One uppercase print style and then a simple script to emphasize certain words that you might want to stand out. Okay, so now I'm going to erase my marks. I did change the purple one because I thought the purple was smaller than that one, and so it would fit better. I want my words to be about the size of the line. And I can, like with keep, I did make it a little bit wider, and it didn't quite fit totally, but that's it. That is great. So now what my plan is to cover them in black, leaving like a shadow bottom. Let's see if that's going to work or not. I'm not really sure. Hey, it's me again, Future Sarah, editing this video. Just another reminder, watch this through to see what you like and decide if you want to do this or not. I actually think the black looks really cool. The next step though, I am not sure about, and you'll see. It just turned out different from what I thought, and I'm undecided if I love it or not. And you know, when we are stressed out, we just have to create. And the point of creating is not to create the perfect piece, but instead to get the pen on the paper and work through whatever emotions we're feeling, or just get your brain in a better space. And you can do that even if the piece that you made doesn't end up how you wanted it to. We just have to give ourselves grace and know that's just part of the process. Okay, let's continue. There's that stage. I'm going to keep going though. The magic of acrylic markers is that you can layer and layer and layer and layer. So I'm going to do another layer. Remember this one, how I have these little designs that I could do with the same marker, because a water-based marker, you can layer the colors on top and it just makes it like darker. I couldn't do a ton on top of it. I couldn't do a different color. It would look different, but having the same color just makes it look darker. So with acrylic markers, I can actually go on top of the black, and I'm going to do that similar idea with the different designs on all of these using the color that's underneath. And you know what? This is looking different from what I thought it would be in my head. But let's keep going. Let's see what happens. I really like that with brush markers, you can get that fine tip and a thick tip. Obviously for hand lettering, but also just for making little marks. I also really like that with acrylic markers, you can cover up your mistakes because they can layer on top of each other, and that's going to come in handy again in a little bit. Okay, so turns out that is way more chaotic than what I thought it was going to be. Although, I mean, that's kind of the point, right? Keep creating through the chaos, so it kind of works. But I wanted the words to stand out more, so it didn't turn out how I thought. And you know what, though? Sometimes that's what creating is. So now I have this that I can compare to this and decide what things I like better about each one and what I might change in the future. So I flipped the page over and just made this small page to see if I could make it look more like what I wanted in my head. So I'm just going to use the fine liner to do the little details inside. And then as I was doing this, I started realizing that the fine liner looked too much the same as the words because it's that same width and it's competing for the attention. And so I decided to change and do an even smaller fine liner, just a really fine tip instead of my thick one like the words. So that way my words stand out a lot more than the little details. And I like this one so much better. I'm really glad that with the acrylic markers, I can change what I'm doing and fix mistakes. And you know, I can imagine some comments saying, why would you keep that other page in your video if you don't love it as much? But I'm intentionally showing you so you can feel normal if your page doesn't turn out also. That totally happens like a lot. So don't despair and rip it out. Just use it as data. Don't be afraid of making stuff that you don't like. That's just part of all of this. Instead, let's enjoy the process, especially when we're stressed, because that's the part that we really need, right? Okay, I like that a lot better, so I am going to wait for these ones to dry and cover them up, which I can do that because these are acrylic paint markers. So I have to do several layers. Actually, with both of these colors, I've been doing several layers. The nice thing is that acrylic markers dry fast. Pretty quickly, I can do another layer on top. Correcting that mistake ended up being super satisfying. So I like that much better with the smaller pen. And I like this page a lot better than this page. So your first idea doesn't always work out. Next time you can try something else. So here's a quick little flip through of this journal, and I already have my next pocket-sized journal lined up ready to go. I like the pocket size because it doesn't feel as intimidating that I have to fill an entire page. Sometimes, though, I do want to make a bigger piece, and then I do have bigger journals for that. But for my everyday filling in the pages, this is my go-to. And just so you know, I am making worksheet packs that are more like projects, like what you see in this journal, instead of just tracing the alphabet. If you want me to work on that faster, let me know that you are interested in that. And just remember, sometimes we have lots of time to create, and sometimes we don't. And that's okay. And sometimes you have to force there to be time to create, because that's how we can cope with stress and keep our sanity. If you want to learn how you can start lettering with just a pencil, check out this video right here. I'll see you there.